So welcome back again. Now the next stage is Ashford to Our Lady's Grotto, a beautiful grotto dedicated to Our Lady, and I'm going to today to say the rosary there. And don't forget to say a prayer to Our Lady on your travels. She'll keep you safe and she'll look after you. So the grotto in question is Newtownmountkennedy, but it's near Glenmill, so it's this side of Newtownmountkennedy. It's actually about a mile or 2 kilometres even from Newtownmountkennedy. But from here, from this point here in Ashford, it would be 6 or 7 k's at least of a run. So it's handy enough on the bike, as I say. So here we go now. Ashford to Newtownmountkennedy. So this is the famous sweet shop called Wicklow. Ice creams and all types of sweets. And people there. And this is the fruit seller from Wexford, who is always a regular here in Ashford, selling his fruit and veg. It all looks very fresh. Passing the Holy Rosary Church in Ashford and the Ashford National School. So we're back now again on part of the old N11 route. The obstruction was on his side of the road, so a lot of people out there are confused about their driving the rules of the road and even common sense. So he just passed me in a dangerous manner and then he just pulls in again. Don't be surprised if he tries to pull back out as I pass. He's on his phone there now, at least he pulled in. So that's the Ashford Film Studios there. Opportunity, I'm going to just have to pull in for a second because I've noticed the bag on the back of this bike is a bit loose. I wanted to fall off the bike, have a camera and lens in there, so I'll just pull in when I get a chance. Secure it. Yeah, this just here on this section here. Just lift the bike off the road. There goes the guy again with his novice badge. So this is my bag on the back. And it's fairly secure. I use these bungee straps to help us. So on the carrier there, it shouldn't store now. That was quick. And then we go on again. Yeah. So you probably hear the traffic on the motorway. The motorway is just out there. That's the exit there to the motorway. And off we go. So the town and along here is called Ballyhenry, and that's the Ballyhenry house up there, just on the left. So the next junction we have to stay on this regional road because bikes are not allowed on the motorway, of course. We will be getting onto the N11 after Coins Cross, because at that junction it reverts to being a normal 100-kilometre road rather than a motorway. Believe me, from looking at it, driving on it, there's not much of a difference, because the cars are still doing high speed when they get to the 100k section as well, but be that as it may. So this next roundabout then, if you were to go right here, it would take you across the motorway to Clough and down to the coast road, or if you went left there, Killisky and Roundwood is up there. So we're heading on for the Cullenmore, and this is the next junction is where the Apple Green petrol and motorway rest station is. Now we're coming down to the Travellers halting site, and we have to be wary here because sometimes there's loose dogs and you can come out and go for the bike, go for me, cause an accident. Nothing around there today. We'll escape past there. So we're coming on now to the Cullenmore bend. What we used to, locals, what we knew as in the years gone by, we knew this area as the Green Lizard Bend. And the Green Lizard was the famous hotel which was on the other side of East Bend, and it was a stopping off point for travellers between Dublin and Wexford, and many a good cabaret and disco was held in there as well. So it's long since demolished now, and there's that motorway service garage is built on the same kind of site. But these bends took their name from it, and this was actually a very dangerous part of the N11 between Wicklow and Dublin, when back in the day before the motorway. It was the scene of a lot of accidents, serious accidents as well. You can see as we go through there's a number of best bends, and they're pretty severe for a main road, you see. So a sign there warning about jumping. There's always fly tipping going on out in the Wicklow countryside, which is disgraceful, really, that people would actually do that. And most of the things I see dumped on the roads could be recycled for free. Double white lines, coming to a bend and a car approaching, all for the sake of just slowing down and waiting till he gets around the corner. I think some of these people can see around corners with the way they drive. Now here's another car, but this driver is waiting until they have a clear view of the road ahead. And that is the correct way to do it. And they're still not risking it there. Well, continuous white lines mean you cannot cross them, but I don't know if that's enforced anymore in Ireland or if drivers are aware of it, but that is what we learned when we were learning to drive. loud and turning noise. And that motorist is patient for letting me pass. So there's a monument here to Ronan McLaughlin. He was shot dead there during a raid on money security truck, and there was an exchange, or there was a guard armed response unit came, and there was shots fired by the Gardaí, and that chap was young and he was killed, but Lord have mercy on him, and may he be in heaven. So there's the site of the old Green Wizard, or now the Apple Green garage. Now we're entering back onto the N11. Now the motorway has just stopped back there, so we are entering onto a part of the road that cyclists can cycle on, or pedestrians could walk on either. It's not very pleasant. It's very noisy and the traffic pass at great speed, but I keep the bike well in here, right in against the side on the hard shoulder, and I won't be on this thankfully for long. We're going to take the next exit, which will be the one for Newtownmountkennedy. Now Newtownmountkennedy from this point is 5 kilometres. You'll see it on the sign. Bray is 19 kilometres, Greystone's 14 and Dublin 39. So just coming down here now to what we called in the old days the Pines Cross. There was a crossroads on the N11. It's now a flyover, of course. There was always a little shop there, and the Healy's, the truck, the commercial vehicle garage there as well, and that business is still trading. The shop is long since gone. Temperatures in around 23 or 24 degrees. The only thing about here is, in this part of Wicklow, we're close to the coast, and there's a nice sea breeze there. But I would imagine that inland today is pretty hot, and there's warnings for Sunday and Monday for very high temperatures in parts of Ireland on that day. And over in London, they're saying maybe up to the high 30s. Which would be very unpleasant for a lot of people, and they need to be careful in that. So, on the bike here today, I have plenty of drinks in my bag. Usually I bring coffee, but I left the coffee at home today and just took drinks. So we're starting to exit off now, and this townland here on the left that we're passing through is called Kill Toyman. Now, as you know, or you will know now, anyway, that a kill in Irish is a reference to a church. So there must have been a church in this townland a long time ago. On the left here, Auntie and Uncle Larry and Peg O'Toole's house, and they were the family there. And it was a lovely old style gate lodge. And that gate lodge was the gate lodge which would have been built as part of an estate, with the big house up on the hill up there being Kiltoyman's house. And that house and that property is owned by the Hughes family. And the Hughes family, for older people, will remember the famous dairy, Premier Hughes, and they delivered milk all over Dublin, Greater Dublin, Wicklow, and probably further out. But they're a huge dairy company based up in Rathfarnham, I think. So there's Kiltoyman's house there. We're heading on now again. Passing the old home of the Davis family, the son Pat. Along with being a great footballer, he was a great bus driver. Spent his driving career with CIE and Bus Éireann, always on the Dublin Wicklow route. He's retired now. I hope he's enjoying his retirement. Well earned to Pat. Noel Breslin was another great man from this area. Noel drove the bus